Explain to people what we're talking about, because I remember when you did this. I remember when you talked about this.
I've been doing it for years.
And then I remember when you did it.
Yeah.
So explain to people the whole thing.
There's a mic inside each of my drums except my snare drum. It doesn't sound so good inside the drum, so I made my own mounts, and I soldered the wire in through the sound hole. The drum can still breathe.
The little air port, right?
Yep. And then I have Audix D2s in all my toms, including floor toms, Audix D6s in my kicks. For my snare, I use either an SM57 or an Audix D1, which is discontinued. You can actually call them up and still get it. They still have some of the capsules. But I'm debated. Sometimes I like the sound of the 57 better. A lot of times I'll put an E6, I think it's a 604 Sennheiser on the bottom and reverse the phase. And then in all my toms, I reverse the phase when I wired it, so that it wouldn't contradict the overheads with phase cancellation.
See, this is the
nerd part.
But this is what matters if you want to sound good.
Your toms
this is where you have to go
thin.
if you really want. Yeah.
Now, some of the shows I play, we're not using overheads, but when you're using overheads, having your toms, because the mics are pointing up at the head, you have to reverse the phase. Otherwise, with the overheads, they'll sound thin, depending on how loud because one's pushing, one's pulling.
Right, they cancel each other.
I mean, they're different mics, so they're picking up frequencies a little different, and there's time and distance and stuff. But it does make a difference, especially in the recording studio. But it does make a difference live as well. So all my toms are phase reversed. The kicks are normal. The overheads are normal, and it sounds great. My studio kit, I use D4s in all the toms. And what's funny is the D4s sound a little bit kind of close to like a Sennheiser MD421. Not exact, but similar.
I think I have an i5 for my guitar.
The D2s, at least for me, seem to work a little better live for whatever reason. I think they feel a little more scoop to me. Just from my ears and stuff, so they work well live.
I like the i5 on, I think it's the i5.
I don't own an i5. I've never used an i5 on snare. I've heard it on a snare.
No, but I think
it's a little more.
Jason, do me a favor. Just show me an Audix i5, please. AUDIX i5.
I think the i5 is a little more open sounding than the 57. The 57's a little more compressed.
If I remember right,